when ascending and descending the features, utilize handrails, and watch for tripping, flipping, and falling hazards. Restroom facilities are located in the reception center and to the right of the flagpole. During this morning ceremony, smoking and the consumption of alcoholic beverages is not permitted. At this time, please silence all cell phones and any other electronic devices. Thank you and enjoy today's ceremony. In the military, ceremonies are held to accord distinctive honors to national symbols or individuals on special occasions. These ceremonies are also used to display proficiency and state of training in command and to promote teamwork and pride in the organization. They also contribute to public morale by displaying symbolically the strength and unity of the military and in support of the nation. All of the movements that you will observe today are known as drill. The purpose of drill is to enable a commander or a non-commissioned officer, such as the military training instructor, the ability to move their units from one place to another in an orderly manner. To aid in training by instilling discipline and habits of precision and in response to the leader's orders, and to provide for the development of all leaders in the practice of commanding formations. To maintain the proper decorum and respect for events such as this, we ask that you abide by the following standards when you are here. First, there will be times that you will be asked to stand for the invocation, the playing of the national anthem, the Air Force song, and the reciting of the Earth's creed. Second, we ask that you remain silent during this time, reflecting on the price that has been paid for our freedom. Third, we ask that you pay respect to the flag during the national anthem. Military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention and during the salute. Civilians should stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. After the last note of the national anthem, you may return the hand to your side. Thank you and enjoy today's ceremony. Now marching into position from the 320th Training Squadron, Light 121. Light 122. Light 123. Light 124. From the 321st Training Squadron, Light 125. Light 126. From the 322nd Training Squadron, BMT Excellence Flight, Flight 127. Commander's Excellence Flight and Academic Excellence Flight, Flight 128. Flight 129. From the 326 String Squadron, Flight 130. Flight 131.
License in 132.
From the 331st String Squadron, Flight 132. Flight 133.
Don't worry, it's a new day.
Flight 134. Flight 135. Ladies and gentlemen, stand for the playing of the national anthem. with an invocation given by Chaplain Ocean.
Please raise your face that you let us pray. O God of power, by the might of your command, you drive away all obstacles before us. Lead us toward you successfully. Be present in your goodness and good service. Be present for your ask for you to be able to hear for the able to have tough mindedness, time expectation, and see all other we like your God and be fully from you. Please touch my heart, our mind, our concern, our families, our relationship. We know that time will come, all the words we need here, all the curses will go away, and we hand it to you with play and passion. So the keys in our nation and the world will be accomplished as a result of purpose and leadership of God. Unity together with you.
Thank you, Chaplain. Please be seated. Good morning and welcome to today's basic military training graduation ceremony. We would like to introduce our distinguished guests, beginning with the host for today's ceremony. The Commander, Air Force Basic Military Training, Colonel Billy Wilson, Jr. The Senior Enlisted Leader, Air Force Basic Military Training, Chief Master Sergeant Dan Anderson. The Reviewing Official, the Commander, 914th Air Reviewing Wing, Colonel Joseph Contino. The Command Chief, 914th Air Reviewing Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Mosette Timmons. Also in attendance with us today, the Sergeant Major, Marine Light Helicopter Attack Squadron, 775, Sergeant Major Adam Casas. The Command Sergeant Major, 99th Readiness Division, Command Sergeant Major Charles Morgan. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 737 Training Group is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony.
Did you want us to come right here with the stroller?
No.
Okay, so where's the stroller parking?
Right there, but you're not supposed to say no. There's no need to give an attitude.
Ladies and gentlemen, prior to today's ceremony, we would like to recognize our newest military training instructors. These instructors have undergone a rigorous 5-month training pathway comprised of formal academic classes and task qualification requirements. They have earned the distinct honor of donning the dark blue campaign hat. From the 320th Training Squad, Technical Sergeant Tyler Olson. From the 320th Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Trevor Drennan. From the 320th Training Squadron, Technical Sergeant Dennis Newman. From the 320th Training Squadron, Technical Sergeant Jonathan Green. From the 326th Training Squadron, Technical Sergeant Christopher Stevens. From the 331st Training Squadron, Technical Sergeant Stephen Washington. At this time, we ask all military training instructors, past and present, to stand as a sign of unity as our newest instructors recite the MTI pledge. The military training instructor hat that I wear. The dark blue BMT hat these instructors received today has been the symbol of the MTI Corps since 1974. These instructors will carry on the traditions and esprit de corps of the United States Air Force as they pass on their knowledge to our newest generation of airmen. At this time, Colonel Contino will now come forward and address our graduating class.
Good morning, everybody. I appreciate this honor to speak with all of you today on this very important occasion in your military journey. Your BMTS graduation. As a 1991 graduate of U.S. Air Force BMT myself, Squadron 3701st, Flight 431, which is now, I guess, Squadron 321. I remember aspects of my training here like they just occurred yesterday, and have carried with me the lessons of attention to detail, leadership, followership, and resilience that my MTIs taught me so many moons ago. Now, I know that you airmen are ready to be with your families, but I need you to pay attention to what I'm about to tell you right now. Parents, I need you to pay attention too. I would like to recognize my 3701st 321st now, BMTS MTIs who had an immense impact on me and my leadership style today. Master Sergeant Hickman, Tech Sergeant White, Sergeant Bozeman, who was a buck sergeant, and Sergeant Kennedy, also a buck sergeant. All of which I remember as if they were physically adjusting me or yelling in my face right now. The importance of the stress inoculation laboratory that was once BMTS, as it was known then, was explicitly and implicitly made aware to me and all those other airmen in my flight. Maintaining situational awareness while under a maximum amount of stress at all times. That, my friends, is a formula that has served me well not only in OTS, but in undergraduate pilot training and throughout my civilian career as a pilot for United Airlines. The 3701st motto of lead, follow, or get out of the way is 100% real. Cool. As for my AFRC MTI team down here on the front lines, Master Sergeant Makisha Jones and the rest of the team, speaking for Air Force Reserve Command, I thank you for your tireless sacrifice. Thanks for the opportunity costs that you have endured with both family and civilian career to be an MTI on the front lines and doing something much bigger than yourself, teaching and guiding this nation's newest airmen. What else has helped me since my BMTS experience? I also have a personal relationship with God that has gotten me through my career and in my life. If this isn't you, consider ignoring pop culture for the moment and seek out your chaplain at your next duty station. Your belief in God and your personal spirituality will rest assured come in handy for what is inevitable over the horizon in the short term and most definitely within all of your enlistment. Speaking of God, my wife Amy, who could not be here, sort of is like a god, but that's for a different time. One thing Amy can tell you, I'm going to shoot you straight. My pilot call sign is 20 Grit, and that should tell you all you need to know. We live in a time where truth has become a luxury and a perceived commodity in the eye of the beholder. When it comes to today's assault on truth, nothing could be further from the truth. Literally. Seeking truth is not and never will be easy for any one of you. And in the words of Valery Yagasov, Academy of Sciences in the USSR, in his recollection of the socio-political environment surrounding the Chernobyl disaster, I quote, "We are so focused on our search for the truth, we fail to consider how few actually want us to find it. But it is always there, whether we see it or not, whether we choose it or not, whether we like it or not. The truth doesn't care about our needs or our personal wants. It doesn't care about our governments, our ideologies, our religions. It will lie in wait for all time. And this, at last, is the truth about this disaster. Where I once only cared about the cost of truth, I now only ask, what is the cost of lies? Let us now talk about fear. Fear, which used to be a non-short commodity in my career. About every 80 to 100 years, going back as far as humans have walked on 2 feet, human beings have inevitably messed this up, this thing we call life. It is inevitable that you can set your watch, for you younger ones, your Apple Watch by it. As one philosopher put it, this existence is merely a never-ending play on Broadway, with merely a new cast of characters every 75 years. From Alexander the Great to World War II, we are bent on conquering, coercion, and much worse to each other as human beings. Please excuse me, my 83-year alarm just went off. We're about there, folks. We're in that 80 to 100-year sweet spot. Fear, more than just a word, it is missing. Many of you may have heard the term or the phrase, hard times make hard people make good times make weak people, and weak people make hard times. Unfortunately, we're on step 4 of that. When I was an airman and boom operator at the tail end of Strategic Air Command, it was newly AMC at the time. We had tankers at Rickenbacker Air Force Base in Ohio. At the time, there were 850 plus B-52s and 770 plus air refueling tankers on active duty alert. There were also about 76 Strategic Air Command bases. That is all but completely eviscerated due to political pressures of peace in the mid and the late 90s. Just the size of one solitary command in the 90s, the Strategic Air Command, is larger than the entire Air Force is today. We operate now in an environment where we are looked upon by many and our populace as any other government entity, whether it be the post office, the Department of Education, the Department of the Interior, or the Department of Transportation. We're looked upon as just another department that has to compete for funds just like they do. Allow me to be a reminder that we are not the post office. We're not the Department of Transportation. We are a military fighting force that is willing to make the ultimate sacrifice with our lives, if necessary, to show the world that individual liberty in our American way of a representative republic that our wise forefathers authored is worth dying for. What lies ahead? Those of you that may have seen the movie Back to the Future, like many of us, or like many times before in the storied past of this great nation, in peacetime, the factory default is to become overly bureaucratic and hyper-focused on the minute. We easily get distracted by what is not important. In those times and in times like these, we as a fighting force become far more litigious than we are lethal. Far more concerned about career progression or administrative processes than the mission. For instance, you probably wonder why I brought up Back to the Future. If I climbed into a DeLorean that was a time machine, back to the state of Hawaii on December 6, 1941, went to the front gate and demanded to see the intel officer, and told him that the following morning, 353 Japanese bombers would be pummeling Pearl Harbor and Hickam Field. What do you think they would say to him? I would either be arrested, called crazy, and told to leave. We're there, folks. So I need you to be prepared. Be the mission at all times to be ready to thwart any and all adversaries of this great nation. We are living in times very reminiscent of that day, December 6, 1941. Turn on the TV or look at your cell phone. Ukraine, Iran, Israel, Pakistan just bombed Iran twice now in the past week and a half. To every airman of this United States Air Force, we as your leaders are here for you. For all of you airmen in your career, this is what I do and what I hope all your leaders will do for you. We will be managers of energy, a time traveler, and a dealer of hope. We will provide you three things: resources, a mirror, and top cover. We will always ask three questions: what is happening, what isn't happening, and what can we do as a team to affect change? Those are three questions all of you should be asking yourself at all times. So you're probably wondering all this gobbledygook, what am I asking you? I'm asking you to be vigilant, to be ready, and always exercise attention to detail at all times. As my MTI Sergeant Kennedy, former USMC DI, said to us as we were caught off guard in the middle of our bay, as an airman did not announce that a female was entering the dorm. We were all startled. Some of us are not properly dressed, some of us are totally dressed. She yelled at us for a while, then she took her hat off. And she said, "Why do you think I do this job? You probably think I hate you. I don't even know you. The reason I do this job is so you will have some attention to detail. This is an attention to detail laboratory." She asked how many of us were going to be aircraft mechanics, and most of us raised our hand. She goes, without attention to detail, you're going to kill somebody. The pilot that's flying the airplane, possibly folks on the ground. 33 years later, I remember it like it just happened yesterday. So welcome, Airmen. I salute you. You all knew the contentious environment that this world is in at this time, and you all raised your hand. And I find that very moving, because you represent a sect of your generation that is hard to come by these days. I leave you with a 70-year-old quote from General Curtis LeMay, prior U.S. Air Force Chief of Staff and godfather of Strategic Air Command. He said, and I quote, "Sometime in the future, 25, 50, 75 years hence, what will the situation be like then? By that time, the Chinese will have the capability of delivery too." So now I say, Airmen, are you prepared to join the ranks of the greatest Air Force in the world?
This Colonel Quintino will now administer the oath of enlistment. Instructors, place your lights at attention.
Raise your right hand. I state your full name, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me, according to the regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Congratulations.
Please remain standing as a sign of unity, as our newest graduates sing the Air Force song and recite the Airman's Creed. I am an American airman. Congratulations on achieving this historic milestone that marks the beginning of your career. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain in your seating area. The graduates will be dismissed momentarily. As a reminder, Camp Pass ends at 1800 hours. When dropping off graduates, family members are not allowed in any training area. This concludes today's ceremony. Please enjoy your stay at the 37th Training Wing, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas.
Steady hand and that's Zoom. It's already recording. 17? This is the
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. All graduates are now released to their families.
I think they said remain in your seating area. Nope.
Oh,
Do you want me behind or in front?
back for it. Come on. Courtney. Would you please?
Might as well wait. Just wait.
Why is she always so fiddle?
Do you want me behind or in front of you?
Yeah, actually, you can do some behind. You can tap them out together.
No, you tap them out.
Watching the screen. That one was fair. Thank you. I was gate guard last night.
It sucked.
Still had it, huh?
Yeah, I was up from like 2, so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is he tired?
A little bit, but it's alright.
How many people do you think passed out there?
I only saw one in front of me. Really?